Let's get to your reading, Pisces, and see what is more important for you to know at this time, okay? So there's a need for you to speak up for yourself at this time, something like that. Something to do with the throat chakra, okay? Maybe there are energies that are trying to silence you, or this is you choosing to keep quiet, even there's a need for you to speak up for yourself here, okay? Something like that. Your own spirit team wants you to stand your ground, okay? Or stand up for whatever that you believe in. And also, they encourage you to stay away from the energies that don't necessarily work with you or for your highest good, or don't necessarily see eye to eye as far as you are concerned here, guys, okay? Something like that. For some of you, it can be there's a lot going on in your plate at this time, and you don't necessarily need that type of negativity around you at this time, okay? So we'll dive in here and see what is more important for my Pisces energy to know at this time. Spirit, can you speak, please, and thank you. For some of you, I'm also getting the energy that whatever this is, it has everything to do with okay, so for some of you, this has everything to do with your love life here, with the capacity to love. Okay, so there's a sense of guidance that you are receiving from spirit here. Okay, it has everything to do with your love life here. All right, so there's a need for you to persevere. I'm also getting anything connected to your workplace. There could be some type of an influence that you receive or you get, or negativity in that sense, something like that. So capacity to love. For some of you, this has everything to do with your capacity to love here, something like that. Okay, or your perseverance, or there's a need for you to persevere in your relations at this time. Okay, something like that, something like that. So, because there's a sense of guidance, okay, that you are receiving, so there's a need for you to prioritize. Okay, so I'm also getting the energy of you sharing your personal info with the wrong people here, something connected to your workplace or something like that. And whatever this is comes more like a confusion of some sort. Okay, when it comes to your relations here, it comes more like a question. Okay, whether should you persevere as far as your relations are concerned or anything like that here. Okay, here, something like that. So we'll dive to the tarot and see exactly what is this all about for my Pisces energy here. Okay, so Spirit, can you speak for the Pisces energy, please, and thank you. What is this all about for my Pisces energy here? Spirit, can you speak for the Pisces energy, please, and thank you. What is it that my Pisces is dealing with at this time? Okay, so we're having the 10 of Wands in reversal here. We're also having the 9 of Swords. So you are devastated for sure. You don't know what to do here. And whatever this is, it has everything to do with the information that you receive. I don't know from where. And these people don't necessarily wish you well for sure. The 5 of Wands, okay? So they are creating more of an illusion of some sort as far as maybe your relations are concerned here. As in, like, unburden yourself. Why do you have to carry the burden where you don't necessarily have to? And the more you think about this, the more you are in this energy of the 9 of Swords, where the burden is no longer the issue. The issue is the information that you receive here. Okay, something like that here. So it's simply you creating more of a burden for yourself by thinking of the things that don't necessarily exist even in your waking life. And this will put you in what? The 5 of Swords, where you will regret in future the decision that you make, something like that here. This will bring more of loss, more of an imbalance, okay? With the Judgment also being here, guys, okay, this is not a good card. This speaks more of magic, something that is being done in the dark as far as your relations are concerned, okay? Something like that here with the Moon. With the Moon and the Judgment and the 9 of Swords, whatever this is, has everything to do with your mental state of being. It can be someone doing some type of a a magic concerning your crown chakra, so that you don't necessarily become stable here. Okay, something like that. Well, the emperor here. Okay, you think negatively like that, and you don't necessarily become that emperor. For some of you, if you are a masculine, that you are supposed to. It's like someone dethroning you in that sense, or taking your crown off, mainly because they have realized your emotional instability in that sense here. Okay, so there's a need for you to trust your inner knowing, because it's more like your own spirit guides are trying to lead you, trying to guide you at this time as to, can you see what's going on? Can you see that someone wants you to be in the Five of Cups? Realize what you have, not what you do not, because what you have can prove to be something that could be useful, not what you don't necessarily have. Okay, something like that, because that's exactly how the universe works. You realize, you recognize what you have, before you can start to worry as to what is not available to you. The more gratitude you show to the universe, the better it gets when it comes to you here. You could be dealing with a friend who's more sarcastic like that. Okay, and listen here, Pisces, this person wants you to feel in a way rejected. They want you to feel rejected, as in like you are not loved, you are not being cared for, or something like that. That's the type of an illusion, so that you are in the Five of Wands here. Okay, something like that, something like this. So the better you realize this, um this, especially because you are still going through Shani Sarasati, my Pisces here. So be mindful of that, the manipulation here. Okay, something like that. There's a need for you to ground your energy instead of just taking everything in face value. Something like that. For some of you, this has something to do with your sarcastic friends you could be dealing with. Okay, or something to do with your finances here. Okay, maybe you find yourself struggling financially, and you don't necessarily realize that you are in a space where you are whole, or you have a complete family that is whole, something like that for you, Pisces here. Okay, something like that. Or there's a sense of a celebration, something that you should be celebrating as far as your life is concerned, because the Four of Wands also speaks more of the homestead. Okay, it can be your home, it can be something that is more homely, something that is more um, protected like that. Okay, and if you fail to see this, this will put you in that situation, this situation. Okay, something like that here, my collective. Or this speaks more of something that is already coming towards you. Okay, your situation might be in a position where it is somewhat changing, and that is the time when you choose to let go, and you will surely regret, because something could be changing in the horizon for your highest good here, something like that, because that's exactly the influence that I'm getting as far as your energy is concerned. Whatever this is, has something to do with your work, or what happens at work here. Okay, this gives the vibes of your co-workers influencing you in a way that you need to boss up or something like that, or whatever this is, change your situation or something. Pisces, I don't know what this is for you here, guys. Okay, but that's the energy that it gives here. Okay, so there's a need for you to stand up for yourself here, be the boss instead of being bossed around, something like that. So this will be your overall energy here. For some of you, could be dealing with an Aries energy, an Aries friend you could be dealing with. They are so much in their ego or something like that. Okay, for some of you, you could be dealing with a Scorpio energy. Okay, so let's see. Or an Aquarius that you could be dealing with. So let's see. What's the overall here? The more you think about it, the more you give it energy, the more whatever this is grows. The more your doubts grow, the more you become imbalanced like that. So be mindful of this energy. we're having the waxing moon saying the energy is now gaining momentum because you are literally giving it energy. At the bottom, we're having communication is key. Why not talk about what you feel? That's why the throat chakra that I picked at the beginning of your reading, did I? Something like that. Okay. So we're having the Gemini's energy here saying communication is key. Speak up your own emotion. What is it that you are feeling? What type of changes do you like to see going on in your life? Okay. So we're having Cancer also saying you and your loved ones are safe. Maybe that's one thing that you are not appreciating at this time. At the top, it says your commitment is being tested. Whatever relation you might be in, trust me, it is something that is divinely protected, divinely guarded, divine like that. You are in a divine connection like that, but whatever this is somewhat being influenced, somewhat being attacked energetically. And you are the source because you are giving it the rite of passage, something like that for you here. That's why. Whatever this is now is being tested. Okay. So this is all on you, as in what is it that you do as far as your situation is concerned here. The ball is somewhat in your court. Okay. So there's no need for you to play more of a victim energy. Okay. Maybe this is you not being true to yourself here. That's why the energy of the throat chakra. Be true to yourself first before you can exercise you being true to others. Something like that. You are not true to yourself. Or I also picked the energy of Gemini. Maybe you are playing this two-faced being where you are not revealing your true intentions, maybe, or something like that. Or this could be the people or the person that you could be dealing with here, Pisces. So be mindful of your connections, the people that you relate with, the type of information that you are giving, okay? Because people don't necessarily come into your energy and take advantage of your emotional state of being unless you give the rite of passage for them to do so. Okay, something like that here. Something like that. Mainly, it can be that something is not whole within yourself. Okay, that's why outside influence like that, something like that for you, Pisces. However, this resonate with you. I feel like this is your overall energy, Pisces. I really hope this does resonate with some of you and it is somewhat helpful to your situation at this time. Do subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up if this is your first time watching me. And as I come back, guys, you are appreciated as always. Until then, you take care. Bye.